What's up? This is the Hoppe and Super Rich Show. I'm Ryan Hoppe.
And I am Ryan Risky.
Super Rich! Super Rich, where are you? Oh, yeah, that's right. He couldn't make it in today. So it's the Hoppe and Super Rich Show as always, but the third mic, the third co-host, the outrageous voice alongside me, Ryan Risky, is sitting in. So we will have plenty of risky news for today. Call the show, 630-785-2510. That is 630-785-2510. Or maybe you're a bit shy or a bit timid, but you want your tweets to come to us in real time. Because maybe you want to have your opinion be given to us, but you're just too much of a wuss and you don't want to get on the radio. Or not a wuss, but you're afraid.
That's one way to call out our fans.
Fans? What are you talking about? At Hoppe Radio 893, what about you?
At rrisky16.
Also, check out hopperadio.com and the mobile app if you're listening on demand by downloading Hoppe Radio in iTunes. I have a problem that I need to get to. I have a thing that we need to discuss as Americans because it's getting out of control. The fact that you can post a naked picture of yourself as Kim Kardashian and have this be news in 2014 is actually frightening.
You'd think that something like that would be considered illegal if it was somebody else.
Well, you would think that we'd be over it by now. I get that she's a good-looking girl. I don't find her hot just because I despise that family so much that I find nothing about them attractive unless they started going out with me. Besides that, there's no fantasy about them for me. Guys are like, well, what if Kim Kardashian came onto you? Well, what if I won the lottery and I won $200 million? Get the hell out of here. I'm not into trash bags. Sorry.
Hey, that family likes to help people get away with murder. That's another reason to hate them. I mean, the two things that they're really known for really just makes them sound like scumbags, and somehow they're famous and rich.
They're famous for a sex tape and for getting a guy off for murder. They got off a guy twice. Why aren't you laughing at that? I was proud of that.
Oh, no, I think it's funny.
Okay. All right.
Can't you tell by my nice smile?
Yeah, but the radio listeners can't. But here's the thing. When the tape first came out, everyone's like, whoa, Kardashian, isn't that Robert's kid? Isn't that the one that got OJ off? And then they got the reality show. I used to watch it because in 8th grade, it was eye candy. It was whatever. But now it's like, we need to get over it. Everything she does is for attention, and the media feeds into it. She literally, all the attention she gives, it's like a plate of food for Thanksgiving, and it's that one uncle who is so selfish that he eats everything in front of him. That's what the media is doing. They're just eating up everything she does. I feel like every other week, there's a new picture of her naked, and CNN and Fox News are reporting it. Is this controversial? No, it's not.
Can't they find better things to report?
Can't you report on anything? How is it controversial when she's known for a sex tape and she's a model and her show is called Keeping Up with the Kardashians when all they do all day is sit around? There's no reason for her to be famous. Here's the other part.
Hey, maybe she'll call into the show and you can let her know what you think of her.
Oh my God, if I called into the show, I think I'd be kicked off the edge. I think I'd be barred from radio. I think it'd be like, yeah, go back to scanning items at Mariano's, you loser.
Do either of them have a Twitter handle?
Oh, they all do. You know that. I've been tweeting at them, at Kim Kardashian, at Khloe Kardashian, at this and that. All right, here's the deal.
You don't by any chance get a tweet back, do you?
Oh, there's these fans. They're like, leave her alone. She's made a name for herself in the modeling industry. So has a bunch of other models who aren't as famous.
Well, that's part of the thing with being famous. You're not going to be left alone by fans or just people that despise the hell out of you. I mean, that's just kind of that being famous. That's just kind of what comes with it. You got to deal with the angry people.
Well, here's the thing. Here's what I really, really don't like about them. They get reported as news, and it's not news. If Joel Osteen's wife were to have taken this picture, or Michelle Obama, or Hillary Clinton, or Jennifer Aniston, then maybe, hey, I get it. It gets a little blurb on the news, but even then, it shouldn't mean anything. Every other week, there's a naked picture of Kim Kardashian. She's famous for a tape where she's naked. I'll keep it clean on the edge. I'm just saying, there's no real shock value when you hear, oh yeah, Kim Kardashian took a nice selfie where her butt looks big. And speaking of that, everyone's like, well, how can you hate on it, Ryan? She has a really nice butt.
Why shouldn't you hate on her?
I love implants. I love when a girl is famous off of having a big butt, that she has implants and she wears dresses that makes her look even bigger. Oh, yeah. Woo! Riveting.
Sounds like you can't find any reason to hate her. Seems like these people don't know why you hate her. I mean, I don't get why people people hate the Kardashians, and you'd think that they would have some sort of self-pride that they wouldn't want to be posting naked pictures of themselves every
week. They don't have any self-pride. They're famous for a sex tape, and her daddy got O.J. Simpson off for murder. And here's the other problem. People hate the Kardashians, but they report about them as actual news. I'm one of the only guys who actually calls them out for having no talent and for having no reason to be famous.
You would think that the news people would want to try to just ignore this so that it's not news and no one's making a big deal about it, and then they would realize nobody really cares.
What's the difference between Kim Kardashian and some girl you see at Woodfield Mall who looks good in yoga pants, or some girl at the gym, or anytime you go to some amateur modeling show and they have the body of Kim Kardashian? They're thick, they're maybe Amazon women, or they're tall. You know what I mean? What's the difference? Just because their daddy got OJ off for murder, they were born with money, and she made a sex tape with a rapper. Like, there's really no reason for Kim Kardashian ever to be famous.
Why is she more famous than the other sister?
Because she's the one that was in the tape.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it.
You hear mostly about Kim Kardashian and not much about Khloe.
Well, Khloe had her like 10 seconds of glory. Oh, geez. Khloe had her 10 seconds of climaxing. Oh, geez. When she was going out with Lamar Odom, but then she drove him so crazy, he smoked crack, and now he's nowhere to be seen in the NBA. Every guy they go out with, they physically affect somehow because they can't take the paparazzi stalking them, being little rodents. Speaking of the paparazzi, like, why is this reported as news? Why is this everything? Like,
it shouldn't be.
We're feeding into them. The only reason they are celebrities is because Ryan Seacrest found them and made them their own show on a fake news network known as ETV, Entertainment News. All of that news is nothing. It's all PR stunts. People don't get this. If we were to ignore them and ignore their nice butts and ignore their pretty faces, these people would go away and we'd be fine forever. Paris Hilton was never this bad. I actually had a crush on Paris Hilton, the cool girl to party with 10 years ago. But Kim Kardashian, she seems like the girl that just kind of walks into the club and acts like she's all that. Shut up. Who do you think you are? Name off some things that Kim's good at. Can she sing? No.
Making the news.
Well, yeah, because of her butt. And the only reason she makes the news is because the news allows that to happen by reporting on it. Why can't we just turn the other cheek? Okay, if Kim Kardashian got into a car crash, that's different. Or if Kim Kardashian had a fatal illness.
That'd be all over the news.
Or a lawsuit or something. But when it's a naked picture and the Huffington Post is actually reporting on it. Trying to play some sound effects, my bad.
Well, if she were to have a lawsuit against her daddy would just get her out of it.
Well, her dad's dead.
Oh.
There you go.
We just killed him.
Jesus. I mean...
Now he wants to put that bullet through Kim.
But, like, what do you think? Like, I just don't know why she's famous, and I don't get why girls look up to her. Why do you look up to someone who has everything given to her in life and who is famous for being in a pornographic video? Like, how is that a role model? Like, girls dress like them. They watch the shows. They tweet it as if the show has some material or it's real. It's all scripted. There is not 1 cent. There is not one moment in Keeping Up with the Kardashians that is real. Breaking Bad is more real. The Wire is more real than Keeping Up with the Kardashians. It's a show with no substance that should not be popular. And here's the biggest problem.
I can tell you've been waiting to break this out.
They get like 19 million viewers per show. That takes away from every other cable show that gets canceled because it doesn't get enough viewers. This literally is idiocracy, when the only reason Kim's famous is because of money, sex, and power. That literally is the movie Idiocracy. You know what I mean?
Hey, it's the definition of the Kardashians, idiocracy.
And what's funny is there's a movie called Ass. It's in Idiocracy, and it's just art the whole movie for 90 minutes, and the character Luke Wilson goes to see it. And when you just see it in the movie, that movie won for Best like Academy Award, Best Directing, this and that. And the best part about it is, like, we've come to that point in Idiocracy. I mean, dude, what does the article say? Because I don't know where to go from here. Like,
if Kim Kardashian still intends to break the internet, it's going to be with these photos.
Oh yeah, speaking of that, breaking the internet. Woo! Because we've never seen Kim Kardashian post a selfie before. Wow! Way to break the internet. If it was Michelle Obama or Joel Osteen's wife, or maybe Hillary Clinton, then we got something here. But it's Kim God-darn Kardashian. Wow. Groundbreaking, riveting. Woo, we've never seen that happen before, honey.
Is this news every single time she posts a picture of herself?
Well, the worst part is it shouldn't be news.
That's true.
Because it's all made up news. I'm saying if she got into a car crash, I would be scared for her. You know what I mean? Like, I wish no harm upon her. I wish nothing bad happens to her. I'm just saying the news that gets transponded onto Kim is all fake news. We haven't been talked about for 2 weeks. Go show your ass again. Like, why? Why? Please explain to me, why are these radio shows, why are these TV shows having contests with the goofiest face where you literally put your head on her body and you pose? I tried doing that this morning because it was actually funny.
It didn't work out very well. We'll just say that there's no pictures worth posting or anything. We'll just go with it didn't work out the way you intended it to.
Here's what happened. I was trying to prove a point that, hey, if she can post a picture in her underwear, why can't I? So I tried doing one in the mirror, but my back, because I have a really bad back with my scoliosis, I tried to, like, turn, and it just looked so goofy and unsensual. It just looked really uncoordinated. So I took, like, 9 shots of it.
None of them came out good.
And I was trying to find one where it's like a good pose, and I'm just like, yeah, there's a reason why Kim Kardashian's flexible and I'm not. So it didn't work out at all.
It was a good idea.
I was really trying to go for the point. Why can't I take a picture? Why does she? I really tried to go for that point.
I mean, that would be making your point. Why can't I just take a selfie in the mirror and then it becomes news?
I mean,
Ryan Hoppe took a selfie in the mirror, and then it's all over.
Shock jock Ryan Hoppe, ICB rebel. Ugh. Can you imagine that? If that was my LinkedIn picture, the sideways selfie where I'm in like a position like a Ninja Turtle trying to like chop off something where I'm like to the side.
Put on the Ninja Turtle mask too.
Paint my body green.
And then get like a costume turtle shell.
And then try and find a girl who will play April O'Neil.
Megan Fox, we're looking at you.
What else does the article say? I mean, when I heard this happened, everyone's like, oh my God, Kim Kardashian posed again. And I'm like, she did that in 2007. She poses every time she walks down the block when she wears an extra tight dress. It's nothing new. It's not like she dresses like a nun or an Amish person where you don't see her body. She purposely wears these tight dresses. It's nothing new. And people go, well, Hoppe, if she were to come on to you, that'd be different. That's never going to happen, and I truly don't find her attractive because there's not a talented bone in her body. With all the bones in her body, oh geez, there's not one piece of talent. There's no reason for her to be famous, so I have no physical attraction to her. I am not attracted at all to her. All right, call it a show. 630 630-785-2510. That is 630-785-2510. What else does the article say?
Kardashian's paper magazine cover of her famous assets covered in baby oil was a hard act to follow.
Oh, yeah. Quite a class act. Whoa. What a precedent to show to your kid, Northwest. Who names their kid Northwest? In about 10 years, they're going to be like, your mommy was in a sex tape with a guy who had a one-hit wonder, and she liked to pose a lot. Like, can you imagine if your mom did that? Like,
I would not be happy.
I'm not saying you want to think about it. I'm just saying, imagine if that's what you're famous for. You make money because your grandpa got O.J. Simpson off for murder, and your mommy hooked up with this guy. I don't understand. Oh, yeah, Ray J, sing it. Ray J has more talent. Just imagine being this kid. You're famous because your mommy hooked up with him. You're famous because your mommy poses 24/7. And you're famous because your mommy hooked up with Kanye West, ruined his rap career, and they're walking publicity stunt.
In other words, you're famous for absolutely no reason.
Tiddly squat. And she took away Ray J's fame. He was good in the 2000s. I know you're not a rap person, but can't you hear the talent in this?
Yeah, I can hear talent in that.
Kim, I want to hear you sing, honey. I want to hear you act, honey.
She probably has a terrible singing voice, too.
I bet she's the most boring person ever. Just walks around like she's God's gift to the earth. Enough of you, honey. At least Paris Hilton, maybe it's because I was in 4th grade, but I always found The Sweet Life of Paris to be funny. Or what was that show called? The one from 2004 with Nicole Richie, when they went to each different small town and they did like farm work and that. There was some show she was on 10 years ago.
Who?
Paris Hilton. She was on this really funny show. Let me look it up here.
All right, yeah, you know what that show is.
Say?
On Wednesday evening, Paper Magazine tweeted a very NSFW
The Simple Life. It was called The Simple Life, and here's what the show was about. I'm not saying it was a riveting show. I'm not saying it was classic, but it was about two wealthy socialites, Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie, as they struggle to do manual, low-paying jobs such as cleaning home, farm work, serving meals in fast food restaurants, and more. So at least that show had substance. It was funny because you're watching rich girls with no talent try to do hard work for once because they were born with money. You know what I mean? All the Kardashians do is lay around and do diddly squat. You know what I mean? Do you agree with me?
I do, and while I'm on this Kim Kardashian article, just to the right of it, there's an article that says Khloe Kardashian rocks daring slit at French Montana's birthday party.
Oh, shut up, Khloe. Your bones are bigger than the Sears Tower. That's how big each leg is. Enough of you. God, why are they famous? Please call anybody out there who's actually a fan of the Kardashian clan. 630-785-2510. That is 630-785-2510. Please tell me, why are they famous? What do they add to the world? What morals? What precedents? What do they add to the world? What does Kim Kardashian add where you go, wow?
She adds anger.
And nice pictures that we've seen over and over. And my thing is, everyone's like, woo, she's naked. There's plenty of sites where you can see naked things. Part 2, there's girls at the gym that are classier and hotter than her. Right, I've had enough. Getting me angry. Anything else in the article? Because knowing me, I can go on for 40 minutes about this.
You could probably go on longer than that. On Wednesday evening, Paper Magazine tweeted a very interesting photo of the reality star from the inside pages of its winter issue, as well as censored versions of the photo shoot that were posted on Instagram. Again, all we can say is, wow.
Here's the thing. I bet she's like talking to her agent. Oh my God, what should I do? No one's really approaching me for any work. I think I should just post nude again, because that's what works for me. What a respectable career. What a great mom you're going to be for Northwest. What a great husband you are for Kanye, keeping it all for everybody else. You know what I mean? Like, if you were such a great mom, you would move on from that. But you know what? You're a hack. You're no different than any girl at the gym. Go away, Kim Kardashian. And I beg of you.
Go away forever and never return.
To everybody in the media, I seriously beg you, quit giving them attention. I went on a rant. I didn't treat this like real news. I called them out. So don't even give me that diddly squat that I'm feeding to their PR. I'm mocking them and calling them out. So to everybody in the media, please quit talking about them. Please quit making memes about them. Please quit covering them on TMZ.com. Please quit breaking down if this is controversy or not, because it's made-up news on a made-up news channel known as Entertainment TV for PR, so their stupid family can make more money. Enough of you, Kim.
Coming up, the Hoppe and Super Rich Show.
I mean, where do we go from here? Coming up.
Blake Griffin, Clippers star, charged in Las Vegas for bitch slapping at a nightclub.
Really?
Yeah.
Listen, when you're that famous in your life and you can get any girl you want, you can't be doing that, Blake. But at the same time, the paparazzi are a bunch of scumbags. So we will get to that and more. Call the show. 630-785-2510. That is 630-785-2510. And a real quick reminder. You can check out all the podcasts from all the shows on The Edge. Go to theedgeonair.com/podcast. We will be right back on the Hoppe and Super Rich Show here on The Edge. After this, hang on. And I hate you, Kim Kardashian.